Hello and welcome to CEO.CA. My name is James Pettam, and today I'm joined by Adam O'Brien, founder and CEO of Bitcoin Well. Adam, it's great to see you.
Hey, James. Great to be here. Thanks so much.
So would love to kick things off today with a quick overview of Bitcoin Well. Can you wind back the years, paint us a picture of the founding of the company and all the major developments since?
Oh, yeah, man. It's been a long time. We've been in business now 10 years. I found Bitcoin in 2013. I was selling Bitcoin locally here in Edmonton, and then we deployed Alberta and then Saskatchewan's first Bitcoin ATMs. I think we were the third in the world. So we've been doing this a long time. That first business unit, the Bitcoin ATMs, we expanded that across Canada over the next few years until in 2021, we went public as a Bitcoin ATM company. In late 22, we decided that Bitcoin ATMs weren't the end-all be-all. We needed something bigger, something more scalable, something that enabled more independence. And that's when we launched our Bitcoin portal. This is our second business unit. What it does is it allows people to buy Bitcoin the safest way possible, non-custodial, meaning we send the Bitcoin directly to the consumer, to the customer, the second the money hits our account. That's an absolute game changer for the majority of the industry. It is the safest way to buy Bitcoin. And now we're coupling this in-person cash at the ATM business unit with the Bitcoin portal, giving people the convenience of modern banking, but with the benefits of Bitcoin.
Great. Thank you so much for that overview. Would love to get a sense of the landscape that you're operating in terms of which other companies are doing this same kind of work. In terms of being a custodian of the Bitcoin and allowing that transfer method, what advantages does that have? And are there any other key players out there?
Yeah, there's actually no non-custodial or self-custody platforms in the US. We are the only one that is called automatic self-custody. And again, what that means is we never take control of the end user's Bitcoin. They have full control at all times. In Canada, there's one other non-custodial business, but where we have the advantage is that we have that cash infrastructure that exists. And so there's no company in the world, to my knowledge, that has both the ATM in-person side as well as this online Bitcoin portal side, all under one roof, all with software in-house. Really what we're trying to do is not be just another Bitcoin company, not just another crypto company. We're taking over the banks. We are truly looking to create that modern banking experience, right? Easy to use your money, tap your phone, send money to your friends, pay for your groceries, have rent, come out, get your paycheck deposited, all this stuff. But with Bitcoin as the backbone, because we all know Bitcoin is the future of money.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting value proposition there. And I mean, well positioned as a market leader and I guess the only company in the US operating in this manner. So definitely going to turn a lot of heads already. There's been a very impressive crypto run over the last 18 months or so. I think maybe last year flew under the radar a little, but this year certainly coming to the forefront of financial media as well. You're pushing all-time highs. What kind of growth has Bitcoin Well seen during this time period?
Yeah, the best marketing for Bitcoin Well is Bitcoin number go up. That's, I think, we're kind of screaming into the void during the bear market, and during the bull market, it's like we can't turn around without new customers signing up. So definitely helps us and gets our name out there, but there is still a lot of work to do for us. We've seen incredible growth. A few weeks ago, I was looking at our record days for signups, and of the last 5 record days, 2 were in February, 3 were in March. And so we're really seeing the signups grow a lot. I think that's thanks largely to our sponsorships we've been doing. We've been very strategic with the sponsors that we partner with. We've got the Bitcoin only show called Simply Bitcoin, the #1 daily Bitcoin show in the country. And then now we've got BTC Sessions, who's widely considered as the GOAT of Bitcoin tutorials. We've got these 2 heavy hitters who are on our team, who are shouting our brand's name. And I think that's been contributing alongside with more and more people interested in learning about and using Bitcoin safely.
So I want to touch on that. Obviously Bitcoin Well sees some record numbers of late, but in terms of widespread adoption, obviously there's a long way to go until Bitcoin has that fungibility that your credit card or your other banking products may offer. In your view, what are some of the big barriers that we need to overcome to see more widespread adoption?
Probably education, man. I saw a tweet last night which hit home to me, and it said more people know how to make a Big Mac than more people know how to run a Bitcoin node. And that was like that was shocking to me, given how crucial Bitcoin is to our sovereignty, to the future of this earth. All it is right now is education. It's more people wanting to put the work in to learn about Bitcoin and then understanding why it's so important. We have a saying in Bitcoin: you don't buy Bitcoin for your first name, you buy Bitcoin for your last name. You're truly creating generational wealth. And the more people that come on board that see the value that Bitcoin offers, the more and more and more we're going to see that adoption continue. They're going to push it. They're going to apply their unique experiences to the space. And that's how the space grows. I think that, companies like Bitcoin Well, we've been around for 10 years. We have a big part to play in that. And I believe it is our duty to make sure that people who don't know better do buy Bitcoin better than they could. They don't leave their coins on exchanges. They take self-custody, and they understand why and how to do that. And so I think ultimately it's going to be time. It's going to be education, because without question, everyone is going to want to, and everyone is going to need to.
Yeah, it's a very interesting point there, that maybe education is a fundamental barrier. And I will admit to being guilty of being uneducated in certain areas of cryptocurrency. But I do want to pick up on something you mentioned there in terms of the safety aspect of leaving your crypto on an exchange. Obviously, we've seen some big developments in that sphere over the last few years. A lot of people maybe being a bit exposed with certain exchanges who I won't name on this show, exposing investors. In your time in the crypto industry, you started Bitcoin Well over 10 years ago. You've seen a couple of bull runs now, a couple of bear runs, I imagine. How has the landscape evolved in this time? What changes are we seeing, and what do you think the future holds?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and be reckless and happily call out FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried for being the scam artist that he is. With our non-custodial model, there is no FTX scandal. If everybody took control of their Bitcoin, of their crypto, which Bitcoin and crypto allow you to do, if everybody took advantage of that feature in the technology, there is no capability for Sam Bankman-Fried to steal the billions of dollars that he stole. And so I do think that that's how we're seeing the landscape evolve. I think that people, when they treat Bitcoin like fiat, when they treat Bitcoin like the historic money that we've had, they're just different. And when people find that out, typically they find out the hard way, and then they need to search for better alternatives. Bitcoin Well is that better alternative. We are self-custody by default. We give people their Bitcoin on the blockchain the second the money is in our bank. That is so crucial. And I think that this is the year where custody becomes a big topic, and personal custody, self-custody of your Bitcoin is going to be one of the key differentiating factors between good platforms and bad platforms. And I'm really excited and honored that Bitcoin Well has been non-custodial for 10 years, and we're paving the way in what a non-custodial, safe platform actually looks like.
Great. Well, Adam, just to wrap up, can you give us a sense of what's in store this year for Bitcoin Well?
Yeah, we're excited to continue coupling our ecosystem. So I mentioned at the top, we've got this cash, the abilities to take and maintain cash infrastructure in our ATMs, and now we've got the Bitcoin portal. Our job is to mash the two together and try to start thinking about, how do people use money, right? I mentioned it. They send money to their friends. They want to buy their groceries. They want to receive their paycheck. They want to maybe set up some automation and have 10% of my paycheck automatically put into Bitcoin and sent to cold storage. They want to be able to spend their Bitcoin natively. And so it's our job to add the convenience of modern banking that is so good. The centralized modern bank is so good, so easy to use, but the underlying money in the account is fundamentally broken. It's our job to take the benefits of modern banking and apply them to Bitcoin. That's no easy feat. I'm not sitting here saying we have the answer and this is a golden paved brick road for us. There's going to be bumps and bruises, but it is one of the most important financial decisions someone can make, is to take control of their Bitcoin. And for us, our job is to make it as easy as possible for them to do that, and then to reap the rewards that Bitcoin gives them.
Well, Adam, I think that's a great note to end off on. Appreciate your time today, and looking forward to seeing more from Bitcoin Well over 2024.
Yeah, thanks so much, James. Hope to do this again.